member of the Afton family. 1 year ago, I made a video going over Michael's apparent lack of intelligence. This coincidentally is also the video that started my descent into madness. However, there's one thing that repeatedly came up over that video's lifespan.
Michael was restrained to the chair.
Tied to the chair.
Michael was kind of restrained.
The chair wasn't
I
Michael was strapped to a chair, which quite frankly is not true. For some reason, Michael being instantly tied down upon entering the room is a common headcanon. But why? I get that this moment makes no sense, but this doesn't make much sense either. While it's true Ballora was wheeled in or at least fastened down during her visit to the scooper, Michael is not shown or even implied to have gotten the same treatment. Let me refresh the memory of everybody watching. Michael crawls into the scooping room and is face to face with Ennard, and after being yapped at for what feels like 10 years, he just eats the scooper and calls it a day. Never, ever is there any sound of restraints, clicking, any conveyor belt noises, or anything. In fact, there's no way Ennard could have restrained Michael or fastened him down because Baby literally says,
Ballora is behind you. She is afraid of the scooping room. She will not follow you.
And since Ennard already exists and Baby's shell was fucking hollow, or at least mostly hollow, more on that later, every animatronic is already conjoined, which means that if Ballora won't enter, none of them will because they're all the same character now. There is nothing to even imply Michael was restrained to anything during this moment. He just didn't move. A lot of you guys also pointed out that on night 4, Baby literally gives an entire speech about the scooper, so Michael should be aware of what the scooper does, which makes him even dumber for not standing literally anywhere else but in front of the big f***ing spoon. Another response I got is that Ennard is somehow holding Michael down with wires, and that just isn't true. Going off the very blueprint seen in the game, we know that Michael is here, and based off the yap session we get right before we get scooped, we know that Ennard is on the far side of the room, on the other side of the glass. Looking around reveals that there are no wires present, so the only way for Ennard to make it to Michael is for him to somehow stretch all the way around the scooping room, and we just pray to Scott Cawthon that there's some sort of off-screen entrance that leads